Send me some news.
They say that.
I mean, there's crazy guys, but I mean, I guess I'm a little crazy, but
You're the one acting like a girl, so.
I know.
You're crazy.
I mean, I only learned the girl voice just because just research, you know. Just
What?
research.
I
I'll
don't
just leave that research.
Okay. Research.
Hi guys, how you doing out there on YouTube land, internet world? This is MOE, that's More of Everything Media, where no one's got us like us, where we drink tequila in the studio and where we munch on them chupa choppa fries. Shout out to Targo El Gordo. What I say, that's not it?
Got you. Tacos El Gordo, Cabachana fries. But chupa fries works too.
Same thing.
No, it's not. Carne asada means like a type of steak.
We've got some interesting people
Barnier
up in the room right
salad?
now. It's a party, and it's the first time rocking with the three guests and Tony, you know what I'm saying? They here trying to correct me on my Spanish, but little do they know, I took 2 semesters of Spanish 1. So, and what? Wow. What you talking about? We've got...
Taking 5 years of Spanish.
You took 5 years? Holy shit, I only did 2.
It took 5 years?
Yeah,
because
through high school and then, middle school, high school, and college all added up. So about around 5-6 years.
Oh, it all added up, but it was like a year and a half in between each, huh? She trying to say something.
Say something. You have to be fluent if you took 5 years. Yeah.
No, because middle school they're only teaching you Spanish 1 really, but it broke up into little things. And then high school they teach you 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when you go to college they teach it to you all over again. Spanish 1, Spanish 2. You can't get out of it because it's a requirement.
So before the Spanish people start leaving comments and definitely dissing everybody butchering their language, let's introduce everybody in the room right now. I am your main man Simo, but I'm not that important. But who is important today is the people with me. We've got Kennedy, Power 88's very own. Yes, I can say Power 88's very own because she was there. She's been there. So shout out to Kennedy. How you doing, Kennedy?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Thank you for coming on. We've got Kat. That's C-A-T. Kat all the way from Orlando. She's a model and a singer, and she's pretty dope. What's up?
Hi, what's up? Hi. Oh, God.
And last but very, very much not least is my guy. That's my guy. Hey, that's my guy.
That's my guy.
My guy, Jay Jordell, better known as Blackheart. What's up, boy?
Yeah, it was good,
How
man.
you
It's
doing?
good to be back.
It's gonna be back?
Yes, it is. Back on the west side. And good to see you over here.
Yeah, man. And check this out. You guys weren't even supposed to be here. This was a last minute fucking trip.
Very last
A
minute.
fucking last minute trip. And all because of AVN. Shout out to
That also.
I got Jordell told
Hey,
me
man.
about. So Jordell told me about AVN a couple weeks ago, and what happened? You were like, I can't go. This is about 3 weeks ago. You told me about it months ago, but this was 3 weeks ago. You said I can't go. Some financial things came up.
Yeah.
I was like, for sure. I thought this was gonna happen. So I was like, all right, Kennedy, we need some content. Me and you gotta definitely do a podcast. So it's just gonna be me and her. What happened? 2 days ago? Because you landed this morning. No, you landed
yesterday.
Oh,
Yesterday morning.
2 days ago, I was driving in my ride, you know, doing my thing, getting my check, you know what I'm saying? I was out there working hard.
What
Shout out to Uber. Jordell knows, so
I do know.
I pick up some riders, and it's 2 girls, 1 guy. They're from Spain, and they're asking me all these fucking weird questions. I pick them up from AVN, by the way. They're asking me all these weird questions. They're like, have you ever done scenes with riders? I'm like, nah, I don't know about all that. And then right before I drop them off, you know, long story short, they're just like, hey, we have these extra tickets. We're taking our flight tomorrow. AVN is 1 more day. So do you want these wristbands and lanyards? I was like, hell yeah. As soon as I got those, I called Jordell, and I was like, dog, you gotta come through. I got these tickets. I know you wanted to go to AVN. We can get it for free, blah, blah, blah. Jordell gets his flight, goes through some bullshit for his flight. Well, we don't gotta get into that right now. Goes through some bullshit for his flight. Invites Kat. Kat's such a down one. She says, yes, I'm coming. They came next day. Can you believe that, Kennedy? They came fucking night up.
I don't
next
get any
morning.
of
I'm
this.
sorry, night up next morning.
Same night.
No, not next night. Not like
Same
3
night.
hours before. Like he told me, like
Uh-huh.
at 2 a.m. he got the tickets, or at least I got to his house at 6. We left. No, at 4 we left. At 6 we were in the plane.
Damn.
So
Okay.
that was like a 3-hour decision.
Yeah, she just got right after work and just got ready, and then she was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's
Okay,
go.
question. What is AVN?
Oh God.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk
Um,
about AVN.
So lost.
Okay.
And wait, the other question is, what kind of scenes with your writers?
Those
So,
type
okay.
of scenes that you're
No,
doing.
no,
It's
okay.
American.
I just wanted to be
No, no,
really
I know
explicit
that.
about
Yeah,
this.
tell.
So-
Jordel's gonna put you up on game because he put me up on game.
Okay.
Okay, so
Blackheart.
AVN, it stands for Adult Video News.
Oh, you guys went to a porn convention.
Yes, that's
Dope.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm
but
going
the
next
correct
year.
term is AVN, Adult Video News. It's not a porn convention. It's very, very professional.
Oh, he schooled you
AVN.
real quick.
AVN.
Wait, okay, so the news part. What is the
I don't know
news?
where the hell the
Like,
news
what
comes
it-
in. There's no news about adult.
No?
videos.
New girls.
Well, I've heard about, like, is it like actual news? Like the, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they just have awards for saying like who's like the best company. Not the best company, but they give credit to all the male girl porn stars or all these
Okay.
other websites to go promote their stuff and just telling people what's new, and also letting them know who's like the number one like porn star like with their ranks and whatnot,
Who is the number one?
and just
porn
like
star?
or like best scene.
No, I
You can go to
I mean,
Pornhub.com and find out. I think it's
yeah.
a fight between Mia Khalifa
And, like, Riley Reid.
Riley Reid.
But I mean it changes
Okay, I think I-
constantly,
Shout out to
so.
them. The Mia Khalifa is
I don't know
is-
who Mila Khalifa is though. Hold on.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna
she's
Google
not.
her.
Okay, you go ahead and Google
Yeah,
her,
just
so, but-
watch that tonight.
so yeah, shout out to Jordell, because when we got there, Jordell was like a connoisseur of these American adult models, the webcam girls. He knew every other chick that was there, and he was showing, he was introducing us and everything like that. Like girls I've seen on the site, but didn't recognize in person. It was like, dog, that's fucking Mia Malkova. I was like,
Oh, I've
shit,
seen her.
right in front of her. I was like, oh shit. And at that time I felt embarrassed. I couldn't even take a picture because I was embarrassed. Like I had to get told. She was looking straight at me when you were like, that's Mia Malkova. I was like, all right, I gotta circle around and then take a picture and then come back. But yeah, we went to AVN. But here's the shit part. Let's talk the story of you guys coming out here. I got the free passes. We didn't even end up using them. We couldn't use them because we forgot. These wristbands have to be attached to some lanyards you gotta wear, and the lanyards had 2 different girls' name on it. It was like Lucy and Jana or something like that.
Lucy.
So I forgot the lanyards, thinking like, oh yeah, I can get in the wristbands. And then fucking stop. No, you need the lanyard as well. We were like, shit. It was almost a bust.
Did
And
you
then
go back and get them?
we ended up having to pay for the goddamn general admission to get in.
Oh, that's
So shout out to fucking life, you know what I'm saying? It was worth it though.
It was
You think it was
definitely
worth
worth it. It was
You think it was worth it, Kat?
It was an experience. It was worth it.
she sounds like she was uncomfortable.
I was not uncomfortable at
She
all.
was
Kat
pretty
was
But why
nice.
did you say it was just an experience?
No, Kat was getting all the
I
compliments
mean-
from these professional models, these professional porn girls. She was getting compliments. Shout out to Kimmy Granger, fucking amazing conversation. She was like, "You're fucking pretty. You look like a mix of Veronica Rodriguez and somebody."
Gina
But-
Valentina. Gina
She was
Valentina.
getting
That
compliments
was
from like every other porn star. Can you believe
That's
that?
great. Yeah, I'm like sitting right next to her. I see.
and webcam girls, porn stars and webcam girls. There is a difference between the two.
I should've put that.
But
What's wrong with
still.
you? I'm
Difference
almost
between
out.
what?
There's a difference between porn stars and webcam girls.
What's the difference?
The difference is, well, with porn stars, they have male porn stars to do scenes with, and for webcam girls, it's usually solo, where they're just just solo masturbation and whatnot. But they do everything for tips. They don't really do anything for free. They usually set up like a whole list of how many tokens is for like one thing, like 50 tokens for like flashing, and then like 200 tokens for like having like just slap on the ass or something, and 1,000 tokens like if they reach like their daily like tokens like their goal, then they go like fully nude and do their thing.
And how does the token works? Like,
Yeah.
Is it real money? Like, one token is $1, or
Like digital money, correct?
Yeah, it's like digital money, but you can convert that to real money because for people that buy membership on those websites, I think I really don't know the actual price of it, but it will show you if you want to buy tokens to tip the webcam girls that you support.
Okay, so these are tokens for the particular site they're on, not necessarily like Bitcoin or something like that.
Yeah, is just for that
Website.
that website. Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say if these girls getting Bitcoin out here, they about to make some money. Then. But shout out to
Well,
them.
they're getting paid in Bitcoin, so like they would want to convert it to actual cash so they can spend it. But you know, and then maybe invest some of that in Bitcoin. I would.
So, Jardel,
Yeah,
let me ask you
definitely.
something. Who do you think makes more money, porn stars or the webcam girls? The webcam girls honestly weren't paying no attention to really anybody on the outside. There was like this booth where all the webcam girls were literally like on webcam chat getting money at the convention, and like they weren't really paying attention to nobody on the outside. Who's making more money?
I mean, it all depends, but I think porn stars make a lot more money because they're signed under contracts, and I mean, they get a percentage of their views and like monthly views that they make, and likes, subscribers, and all that, kind of like YouTube. But with webcam girls, it's kind of difficult because there's a lot of people that have already been in the webcam like scene. And I mean, they got like their ranks pretty much like first, and so like they're pretty much like famous and have people or just fans or whoever that support them, and I mean, they would always come back to them, and they just get a higher rank because they're most known, because they have like tabs saying like most viewed or like most favorited or top rated ones. So I mean, it all depends. Like, webcam girls can make a lot of money, but you just gotta be really, really known and have a really huge fan base.
Who was your favorite?
Favorite webcam or porn stars? I mean,
cat, both.
Both. It's really hard, but I mean, I can name a couple, but if it's one porn star, I would say Gia Page, hit me up. And webcam girl, I mean, I did have a couple favorites, but definitely Ava took that right there when I met her.
She's your bae. Like, you gotta stand by your bae. Like,
Yeah, that's the wifey right there. That's
that
the
was
wifey.
his favorite girl, and she found an interest in him. He spotted her out, and she was like, "Oh, you're cute, right?" She was saying things like that.
Yeah, like right away once I saw her. And
Did you get a number?
No, I did not get the number. I really messed up on that part.
But she replied. He tagged her, and she replied to his on Instagram. His Instagram
Yes.
post.
So
But
you're
does
gonna
that count?
slide into her DMs, right?
I did.
We had a long talk about it.
But yeah, with her, like, I was not expecting her to find me attractive, but I mean, that's really cool.
Next year, right? You're gonna get that number, right?
Yeah, next year, definitely.
Wait, he can get it right now in the DMs. Like, why is this
Okay,
whole like
Jordan,
next
answer that.
year?
Okay, with that, she lives in Hawaii now, and she's from California, but I live all the way in Florida. And I mean, I just gotta do my own thing first. I mean, there's always next year for the AVN expo. I know she's gonna be there again.
Yes.
And I am along. I've been following her for a while now, so you know.
Also, bro, we should just say she's getting spammed by fucking all these other fucking fanboys. I'm sure she was looking for yours. It probably got lost in the thread or something. She's getting spammed by all these fucking fanboys.
Yeah,
She took
possibly
interest in
so.
you, he slid in the DMs. She just didn't say nothing back.
Yeah, it's just probably all the messages.
Now,
It's probably all the messages that she gets. I mean, it's just like, I know there's certain webcam girls that be like kind of complaining or just saying the same thing about just guys saying like all the like fan love and whatnot, so they don't really like open up their DMs and whatnot. But I mean, she definitely saw my photos because I tagged her, so like she always be looking at the tagged photos, and I mean, who wouldn't? You always want to know like who it is who tags you in there and wants to like find out like what's the deal or what they said.
So I saw something very, very interesting, and I'm glad the ladies are here, and I'm glad there's two lady perspectives in here to talk about this. I saw something real interesting to me. You guys got to hear this one. So we was taking pictures with shout out to Kimmy Granger. It was Kimmy Granger. And we peeped somebody come out. It's like a male model, you know, tall, fit, and everything like that. He's saying hi to her. He's picking her up. He's like kind of like putting his lips on her neck and shit, like grabbing her by the face, talking to her in the ear. They're flirting back and forth. He's picking her up like 3 times in a row. There's no need for that. And then he leaves to go to another booth. And then all of a sudden, some guy with the camera and a lanyard, who Jordell pointed out, he comes by and he hugs her and they kiss. He kisses Kimmy Granger. So this is a whole separate guy. He's kissing the porn star. So my question is, would you date a porn star? What would be your limitations on dating a porn star? If you were a porn star, would you be dating? Because how could you just let another man come up on you? It's not even a scene. My girl could do that, but only stay within the scenes. Don't be on no guy afterwards. But what do you guys think about this? It was really crazy to me. Like the polygamy that goes on around there. They were just open about it.
I mean, I would just like to add one thing. Like the guy that she kissed was her boyfriend.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, Jordell pointed out it was her boyfriend. So yeah, she kisses her boyfriend, but just before that, this guy's like all over her, and she's loving it. So what's the deal?
Well,
ladies,
my thing, how I would take it is that I would never be in that situation because that's just not something that I would never
date a porn star?
No, I would never date a porn star or be a porn star. So that's not something that I would typically be in. What I think people have to keep in mind with porn stars is that their spouses or whoever they're dating at the time is 100% aware of what they do and the consequences of what they do. Not necessarily, consequences is the wrong word, but the necessary things that they have to do in order to continue to be relevant in their field. It's just going to be what it is. So if you're not comfortable with it, then they're not going to change their career for what you're comfortable with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I think, and I also think that these are very free people, if you think about it. So the guy knows his girlfriend for work has sex with other people. So in general, he has to be a freer person than other people in relationships. So it can't bother him that this is what she did before he came up because she's free anyway. You know what I mean? Like so I don't know.
So you're saying they gotta be willing to accept what comes with the price of being a porn star?
Absolutely, 100%.
But there's no scene. But there's no scene.
So,
they're just at an expo and you all over my girl. It's not. You're not working.
Well,
why you all over?
In my way, where I work, let's just put 88.1 for instance.
Okay.
So, when I did have a boyfriend, because this is new as I don't know what, not having a boyfriend.
We're gonna get into that.
When I did have a boyfriend, there's a lot of men at the station, and men say a lot of weird things at the station. You'd be very surprised what people say to you, and how free they feel saying those things to you. And so, that's something that he has to deal with, knowing that I go to the station a lot, and I come home and I tell him what people say, and he's aware of it, and that's just something that you have to deal with. Or, for instance, like when I go to parties and I do interviews and stuff like that, guys are around all the time, and they say things. It's my responsibility to make sure that nothing happens past that point. But as a woman in this world working in whatever field that you're in, there's always going to be something that you have to do, especially if you're attractive. I don't know if you agree with this, Kat. If you're attractive, that guys are gonna say shit, and you're just gonna have to take it for what it is, unless you really want to go there and make it a big deal, because you can. But you got to pick your battles to fight, because there's going to be so many battles as an attractive woman in whatever field that you're in, and your boyfriend's just going to have to deal with it.
I see that. And shout out to Power 88.1, the People Station. Love it over there. You do work with the teens, though, from Teen Talk. So I can imagine the things that they would say or you hear them say about you.
No. The teens are very respectful.
Really? Oh, good.
Extremely
good,
respectful.
Good. I know they're going through like hormones and shit.
Oh,
Good.
no.
Shout out to the Teen
They don't know. They know I don't play games.
Nice.
So they're very 100% respectful.
Nice.
It's the 50+ men at the station that say some crazy stuff. Like, yes. I had one guy look me straight in the face, and there's a personality at the station, and he told me when I was in a relationship, he was like, "You're gonna date this personality," and I was like, "No, I'm not." And the personality is standing in front of me, and I said, "No, I'm not," and I have a boyfriend. And he goes, "Oh, that doesn't matter. The boyfriend doesn't matter." And he said, "And if you don't," he said, "your relationship's not gonna last. And if you don't break up with your boyfriend, you're gonna have this personality's baby right here." And I was like, "What?" Like, it was
disrespectful. Whoever did that, shame on you. I think I have a couple ideas of who said that. Shame on you. Oh my goodness. Okay, Kat.
Yeah.
Hi, Kat.
Hi.
You're not getting that.
Yeah, she said.
So, okay, what do you think? Hypothetically, if you were a porn star, would you date a male porn star?
I would.
Is it okay?
Yes. If I'm a porn star, that's in my field. That's in my reality. It's all a basic perspective. Like, if you're in this world, that stuff like that is normal. It's gonna turn out to be normal to you. So if I'm dating a guy normally right now, I'm not a porn star, and I'm dating this dude, and I see this girl approach him, and they're feeling each other, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" But if I'm at an expo, my boyfriend is this hot ass man, like all these girls around him trying to get to know him, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like it's an obvious scenario. Of course, like, things can happen, but at the end of the day, he's with you for a reason. And if you guys do that for a living, you understand that. I do the same thing as, like, not that I do it, but, you know, I would do the same thing as him. So, I mean, it's really not a big deal. It would be a big deal if I'm dating a porn star and he's on a date buying flowers or getting wine with some other girl, because that's not what his job. That's not what he does. He has sex. He's not, you know, supposed to be.
He's not
loving.
creating relationships with other
Exactly.
people.
So I mean, I don't think I would mind, but one again, that's not a situation I'd like to be in, though, because I'm pretty possessive.
Right?
The other thing, though, is that you don't know what happened when she went home.
True that.
Because she's at work, and so he's not going to embarrass her at work. But you really don't know if they got to the hotel that they're staying at and they got a huge fight. You have absolutely no idea. Yeah. So, because who's going to roll up to your job and be like, did you just do that? Like, nobody's going to do that.
It's all a persona you create at your job. You do have a great point. Like, when I'm at my job, like, I'm a whole different person. And when I'm at home, I'm a whole different person. So, like, if you really can't compare those two different people. She's at her workspace right now, and he's at his workspace right now. They're putting on masks. When they get home, and if they're in a restaurant, I am sure she doesn't feel up on the waiter or the host. Like, she's a normal person, but she's at work right now. So.
I can see that, definitely. I can see your point when you're saying she's at work. He probably had to do that. That was his job, probably through the whole thing, and to walk around and flirt with the girls. And some people like to watch that shit. I was telling my man, and I was saying, some people are into cuckolding. They like to watch their significant other be with different people, and they like that shit. Some people, you know, I guess it was also an act, like you're watching basically live porn, people like kissing and sucking, and then you're like, oh, this is like the beginning of a scene. And so her boyfriend might have just liked to be cuckolded.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's a freer person than I am, so like he might be down for whatever. You don't know. They might have went back to the hotel and had a threesome with that guy that she hugged. You have absolutely no idea what is going on in this personal life of hers. So
Damn. Yeah. but that is crazy. It's just a question I was very, very curious about on people's opinions, and you guys answered it well, because people are into it, or just some people are disrespectful. But that guy was
We're into it. Like, we're here talking about it, so it really had an effect on us. So, I mean, they accomplished something with that scene. So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. A lot to take in right there.
What if they're promoting like being together in a scene? Like, you never know. Like that whole like Mayweather McGregor thing. All those fights were really like put together. Like that was not like a real thing. It was just something to promote. All those that social media going on before that fight was official was all in order to make the fight happen. So you have like,
this is a setup.
It could be a setup. Okay. They could be that could be her third person in her relationship. He could not care. This could be all work. We don't know. None of our business.
Oh my goodness. Should I hear the comments, Jordell? That was a lot, and a lot of female perspective.
Yeah. I mean, with
would you? Did you already answer this? Would you date girls in the porn industry, or would you be in porn and
I mean, it's kind of hard, but I mean, I would definitely date a webcam girl, but porn star, I mean, it's kind of, you just gotta not be insecure. I mean, like, I feel like I'm insecure, and I would not be able to handle that. Okay, but I mean, I got cheated on before, and I mean, it is not a good feeling when and plus, like, being a porn star, dating a porn star, everybody's gonna see it, like, oh, you're dating that girl. But I mean, there's guys that they have certain standards that they can work with. But but yeah, I mean, it's just for people's the way they think. There's a lot of people in this world that think very differently. Yeah, they have a lot of different perspective on things.
I like how you said the webcam girls too. Not to cut you off. I like how you said the webcam girls too. That would be a variable, because webcam girls do mostly things solo with their boyfriends. So it wouldn't be hard to say, yeah, I date a webcam girl, but she's not fucking you, you know.
I mean, what if you start dating a webcam girl and she's like, "Oh, do scenes with me, would you?"
Definitely, I would not hold that. I would not put down that. I want to put that down. I would definitely do it for sure.
I do it, but I wouldn't want my face to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want my face to be seen. You know it's me. I don't want you to know it's me.
Yeah. I noticed that neither of you guys mentioned that you would have to split the money earned on that webcam.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would definitely try 50-50. I mean, I already know we're gonna make money either way with that video. So
if I get with a webcam girl, she could just keep her bread, because unless she
no, what I mean is, if you went on the camera and did that scene with her. You didn't mention, right there, that whole session that you guys just did. Is it 50-50, or are you just doing this out of the goodness of your heart? Because your junk's on camera.
I mean, I'm her man, so if she want to go ahead and spoil me and be like, hey, you did good, baby, here's some cash that I made $1,000 this fucking week, here's $200, and cool for that scene. Like, she can throw me something, but I'm not gonna make her throw me anything for that 50-50.
I think it should be a deal. If you guys like sit down and talk, let's do this together, then yeah, 50-50. Or if you're just messing around and she turns on the camera, like, come on, don't ask her for shit.
Ooh! That would be an issue.
Mention demand, be like, my dick. Why would you give it 50%?
I mean, with you knowing, she can't be on your back.
Because she's earning money for your dick being on camera. So that should be like something like, if my boyfriend is a rapper per se, right? Mm-hmm. And he asks me to sing on a track per se, right? Mm-hmm. And that track starts to make money, right? Mm-hmm. I should have a percentage of the money that is being made from that track, because I'm singing on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If it was something where I just like said a couple of words, then whatever. But if my whole voice is on that entire track, then there's no dispute of whether or not I should get money from that, because if we weren't in a relationship, I would get money off of that. So that's what I'm saying, is like, if your stuff is on camera and she's making money off your stuff being on camera, then you should make money off that as well, because it's your stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
that
I
is
feel
a
like
great goddamn comparison, but I don't know, because
But I mean, like,
I feel like it's fair.
compared to porn right now. That's a good,
Hey,
that's a good comparison.
I feel like it's fair though. It's
They're
fair.
both valid. They're both
I feel like it's fair.
Oh my goodness. See, and this type of conversations with your girl, because it also depends when you met her. If she started doing webcam before you met her, or when you met her, or started doing webcam while you guys are in a relationship. It depends when she started. A whole bunch of variables into that, and which could lead, you know, crash and burn relationship or a healthy relationship. Finance can definitely split people up or do different things. And speaking of, say it again, girl. Speaking of relationships,
Oh no.
my girl Kennedy came through, and I was like, usually I see you on Sundays. Yeah, we see each other on Sundays, Brother Paul.
Sometimes Saturdays.
Yes. Shout out to Teen Talk. Shout out to Brother Paul. We're there at the station working. Now, I haven't seen you the past couple Sundays.
Hopefully Brother Paul doesn't listen to this.
No, don't worry. I won't send a link to him. Nah,
Please don't.
You only listen to
Please
gospel.
Brother Paul, I listen to gospel every single day.
Brother Paul, hey, Lord forgive us. I know we're sinning on Sunday, but
That's the only genre of music that I consume.
Church, tabernacle. But no. This is real talk, because this is a conversation that we did get a little bit into, and I want to get more into. But for the listeners, this will definitely be something that the listeners can hear for themselves and decipher later on, because we have even perspectives here. 2 guys, 2 girls. Now, Kennedy, you could tell it better, but I'm just gonna say the gist of it, without said too many details. You came here today. I was like, where you been? How's everything going? What's the deal? I haven't seen you in a minute. And you never know what somebody's going through, because you were like, man, life's been a real shit show. It was all good just a week ago, like Jay said, and now it's just a damn shit show. So, so go ahead and tell your situation. You don't gotta spill too many details, but just tell your situation, and then we're gonna talk about what we were talking about earlier in the sense of relationships, on when planning to get back together after a breakup, or just leave it and let it go. Like, go ahead and tell us.
Okay, well, my boyfriend broke up with me on the 1st of the year.
Oh no! Why would you?
No, boy, no.
Why did he break up with me?
Say that one more time.
Okay, my boyfriend broke up with me on the 1st of the year. How many times do I have to say it? How many times do you guys want me to replay it?
Take it easy, right?
Did he really just put this sound on me like that? That's so rude.
It's sad. No, it's sad.
Savage.
It's really sad. Yo, listeners, if you can see Kennedy, you'll be like, why would her man break up with her? What the hell is the deal on this? So let's keep going. I'm sorry.
What were you saying, Kat?
Oh no, I was just making a silly comment. Like, at least you got like the new year, new me type stuff. First
I
of
was
the
gonna
year.
say that, honestly.
New year, new me. Hey, single.
So hold on, real quick. I didn't ask you this. Was it on New Year's Eve or the day of New Year's?
Okay, so this is what's really messed up. So we were planning to go out New Year's Eve. We did go out. So we went to the club. I got all dressed up. I had his roommate's girlfriend do my makeup, because she's really good at it. And I'm terrible at makeup, but she's great at it. So I was like, oh my God, I look so pretty. We had drinks, we went out, we had a great time, spent the night over at his house, all that. It was great. Woke up in the morning, was over his house all day, drove to my grandma's house because we were having like a day of celebration, and we had gotten in a little tit for tat, and it was like the most minuscule thing like ever that a person could really talk about. And
You saying something petty?
super petty, and I really don't want to get in details about it, but it was petty as I don't know what. So, and on a normal day, we would have totally like skipped over it and like not even had any issues. So my grandma sends me to Smith's to get the ingredients for guacamole. And I call him, I'm great at guacamole, by the way. So I call him because I just felt like really uncomfortable. I was like, because I'm at my family's gathering and all that stuff. And so I just wanted to be like happy with no issues. So I called him and I was like, what's going on? Let's talk this through. And literally I pull up to Smith's and I was like, are we breaking up? And he was like, can you come over so we can talk about it? Because I'd like to do this in person.
What?
And I was like, oh, okay. All right. So then
You go see him?
I go into Smith's. No, I go into Smith's crying, first of all. Gathering the avocados. And people are looking at me like I'm insane.
Or they can just say like, or think like you're happy to just buying some.
I'm just so happy to buy these avocados.
Like, yes, that's what I've been looking for all day. Can go either way.
So you're crying, you get your avocado, and you're on the way home. What's going through your head?
I go walk into my grandma's house. My mom's there. Mm-hmm. I drop the bag of groceries and I just start bawling. And she's like, "What's going on? What's happening? What's happening?" I'm like, "I think me and him, blah blah blah, are gonna break up."
Oh my goodness.
And it was just like my whole family. It was literally like the worst thing ever because my entire family is over here and everybody is coming through the door or coming downstairs and it's like, "What's wrong with Kennedy?" And my mom's just like waving them off. It was the worst thing. Like, you have no idea.
And then tell us a little bit about what he was saying to you that made us start talking, because you said that he doesn't want a relationship right now, but he doesn't know if like he doesn't know if he's gonna call you back later. What's the deal on that? What did he say?
Well, no. It was more like, we're not getting back together ever, and I don't want to be in a relationship because it's distracting. The financial responsibility that it was taking on him was too much, and he doesn't know if he wants to be married or have kids. So it was just like a multitude of things that he is saying. Now what he says, I don't know if I necessarily believe every reason, but that's what he's saying. So
I guess the question basically is can a couple that just fresh broken up, can they plan to get back together and work things out later on?
Oh, that is not what I was saying.
Leave it and let it go.
Hold up. I never said we were planning to get back together.
Well, I mean, like, you did say that you guys are still talking. He still says he loves you. You guys are still, you go into his house. That's planning for something to happen later on.
No. Because see, planning is sitting down and having a conversation and, saying, maybe we'll get back together at this time. That's a plan. Just continuing on as friends with no title is not necessarily planning. In fact, I think it's the opposite of planning. It's more like digging yourself into a hole of non-planning.
I was just about to say you're one of the few women who actually can stay friends after their guy just like breaks up with them, especially on like the fresh New Year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
It doesn't make sense.
Most of us just go out, get a haircut, say fuck you.
I was about to do that.
That's what I was like. New Year for me, hardcore. Like, come on.
I was literally about to cut off all my hair.
Wow.
Well, no, because like when you have like curly hair, sometimes you can't see all the damage that's in your hair. But then when you go to straighten your hair, you see it all. And I have like hair damage up to my chin, so I was literally just gonna like chop it off. Cause like now I don't have no man to tell me like, oh my god, I love your hair, keep it long, this, that, the other. Like, so I could just like be like, okay, I'm going on this hair journey and just cut that shit. So, but. But I don't know. See, I think like if I just tell the story like on its base bones, like I just did, it sounds really, really bad.
Yeah, but there's a lot that went into it.
There's a lot that went into it, and what people don't know is that my ex is such a good person to his own fault. So when he made this decision, a lot of it for him is that, you know, he put so many people ahead of himself that this is the one time that he has decided to put himself first.
Wow.
Which is, in a sense, selfish, but I can see where he's coming from. And the other thing is, I said, when we were on the phone, I was like crying, but I said, you know, because I knew he was stressed, and that's why I moved out in the first place. So I said, if we need to take a break, then we can take a break. That's a plan. See, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a break and have a plan that this is going to be the X amount of time, and then we're going to, you know, revisit this.
So I need to know a little bit more before I ask my question. Like, what was the fighting? I mean, not fighting. The like going back and forth, little things like that. Was that happening for a while? Or
no, we have no fights. That's why it was so devastating. It was that day, and he had been thinking about this for a couple of months. And what was crazy about it is he was planning the breakup. So he did not plan for this to be this day. He planned for it to be weeks out. So we got into this argument, and it was just so weird and like kind of like out of body for I think both of us, that it kind of just like came to a head and just kind of exploded. But he really is a good person, so he didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. It's just one of those things where it's like not the relationship for the time in your life. So
you're accepting this.
Yes. What else am I supposed to do? Because if he didn't cheat on me, and he didn't do that I know of, and he didn't do these horrible things that a lot of guys do, because I, honest to God, 100% believe that I have an amazing ex when he was a boyfriend. But if he didn't do all those things, what do I have to be bitter about? What do I have to be angry about? So I'm accepting it, but the reason why we can have this sort of relationship is because how this happened is asshole-ish, but he is not an asshole.
You don't think he did any wrong here? Do you think that you did some type of wrong?
I don't think I did anything, because I am an amazing girlfriend. Like this nigga will never find anybody like me in his life ever again. No, I'm serious, and he knows that. So at any point he figures out that a relationship is something that he wants, I honestly 100% believe that he will never be fulfilled, because I am that person and he's messing up in that. But I don't think that him choosing himself over somebody is wrong. And I also, because
do you have hopes? Do you have hopes that you guys will get back together?
No. I have hopes that I will one day make it to Black Ski Week, and I will marry a man 10 years older than me, and
oh
yeah. Well, he's 4.5. No, he's 4.5 years older than me. So I don't enjoy guys my own age at all, and like,
not anymore now.
Not ever, to be honest. Not ever. Like, when I was 17, I talked to, like, a 25-year-old. Because I just don't think that men my age are very, I don't know, intelligent, planned out.
They don't know what they want. Like
hell
I was
no.
looking right now. You were really.
Kat, am I by myself?
You are not by yourself.
Don't lie to her, Kat. Don't lie. I want to ask this. Like, so you're saying you want the white picket fence. You want the family. You want the forever love type thing. I
don't want a white picket fence. I want 10 acres.
Okay.
In California. I'd like a condo in Las Vegas. A condo in North Nevada, Lake Tahoe, and somewhere, a place in like a tropical area.
So, Kat Jardel, and I want you to answer this too.
Okay.
Do you really think this is healthy to stay friends and him allowing to say I love you, and I know you say it back, then go to his house. Is this healthy?
No.
You know what's gonna happen, Kat.
Hell no.
Kat, tell her some things that could possibly happen.
That fucked me up.
My ex. Speak it to the mic.
Sorry, my bad. My ex used to do that, and at the dumbass here, at the time, and I still don't. I didn't have the maturity you have right now to realize, okay, couples break up for a reason and blah blah blah. I didn't have that, so I was just straight up getting played, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? What is he doing wrong? He's an asshole. Like, what? He was an asshole, by the way. I do not believe he was the greatest guy. Like, just an FYI. But he's not a bad person either. But he was playing me, and I was just falling right in for it, and it was going. My head was going crazy. I started acting like a crazy ass bitch too.
The only difference I see with you two is, Kennedy, you're actually saying that you don't have hopes that you guys will get back together, and at the time, Kat, you probably did have hopes that you guys would get back together, correct? Am I wrong?
Yes and no. Like, I knew for a fact that we would never work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's the type of guy, he wants a white picket fence. He wants the perfect wife. He wants that little perfect girl that knows how to cook and is this and that and that. And I'm Kat. Like, I know. like that would never work out. I'm not even close to what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But he did like me a lot. I'm not even gonna say love because I don't know if it was true, but like he did like me and I did like him, so just didn't work out. So I had the hopes, but I just knew it wasn't gonna work out. So it was toxic.
So Kennedy, you, like Kat just said, you don't have hopes. You know it's not gonna work out, but. And Jardel, me and you are definitely gonna give answers. But what if you see him? What are you going to do? If you see him you stay best friends, and then you see him with another girl, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
And you know, I know that's gonna hurt. So I told him that, you know, don't ever let anybody tell me something I don't know. Okay. That's my number one rule in everything, in every relationship that I pursue. And I'm gonna be honest, this is my first like real relationship other than talking to people. But even when I talk to people, that's something that I always value is don't ever let somebody tell me something that I don't know. Meaning that I would rather you tell me straight up that something is going on than be embarrassed and let a girl be able to DM me and tell me that she knows this, that, the other about my man, or that she's been to his house, or that he took her on a date, or they had sex, or this, that, the other. Because I'd rather know. Because then if that's the case, you know, we stay friends, and to be honest, I really don't think that in the end this is going to work out. But right now my life is so messed up that like this is comfortable, and that's the only thing that I have to hang on to.
You can focus on yourself.
I can focus on myself, but the other thing is, and us breaking up gives me a lot of focus on myself. But what I mean by that is that because my life is just so up in the air and nothing is working out right now, if I can stay friends with him, that's the only comfortable spot that I have in my entire world. So that's what I'm really holding on to in general. And so I know that friends are not going to work out. But what I would like to know is that, you know, if a girl walks up to me and says, you know, so-and-so and I had sex, or so-and-so and I are talking, or so-and-so took me out on a date, or, you know, you're not really down like with so-and-so because it's that, the other, I could just laugh in the bitch's face and be like, well, ha ha ha, you don't know that I know about you. So if, as long as I know about you, I don't really give two shits, because what are you trying to surprise me with? Now you look stupid. And if you're trying to surprise me with something, what I know about him is if you're trying to surprise me about something, you're done. Because all I have to do is be like, psh, this girl came up to me and said XYZ. And
That's right.
Because that's not something he likes. Jealousy is not something he likes. Drama is not something he likes. So by somebody coming up to me and telling me that, psh, you're already done. And it's not because of loyalty to me. It's because you're stupid. So that's my only thing is don't let anybody be able to come up to me and tell me anything. And the other thing is don't let some of our friends come up to me and tell me anything. But
that's how I see it. I think everyone should just live their life first and then get settled down. Do everything you fucking want to do. All your fantasies and dreams. Do all that shit. And then settle down, ladies and gentlemen. You guys want to play a game?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's play a game. Let's get to
Please,
know
on a lighter
Kennedy,
note.
Cat, and Blackheart.
I think we got to know Kennedy quite a bit.
Quite a
already.
bit.
Like, we was all
Just a bit more.
we was all in Kennedy's business just now.
This was great conversation, and it's definitely it needed to be talked about. So we're gonna play this game called Top 3, and I'm glad I got 3 guests with me. Yeah. Top 3. I'm gonna give you a subject, and you give me your top 3 of that subject. Let's go ahead and start with Blackheart. Okay, we're gonna go left to right. Blackheart, give me your top 3 movies, dog.
God damn.
shit.
Movies.
Based on 1, 2, and 3, or 3, 2, and 1.
3, 2, and 1. Man, I would say Percy Jackson, definitely.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's really good because I really like mystical creatures and just like the whole background of like myth, gods, and whatnot.
That would be
like
number
all
1 or
that.
number 3?
Probably number 2.
What?
My bad. I'm just naming movies on top of my head. I mean, there's a lot of good movies, but
Okay, what's one and
number 2 first.
okay. Number 1, I would say it is Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Hey, shout out to Scott Pilgrim. He fought all her exes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a
I
very
remember
good
that.
quality movie. I just like how it was just filmed. That story was awesome. Third one, I'll do an animation. I really liked Wreck-It Ralph, just because it was like based off games, you know.
Scott Pilgrim, Percy Jackson, and
Wreck-It
Ralph.
Ralph. Yeah.
And that's in 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, 3.
2, 1.
Right, you got
2, 1, 3.
my dog.
You
Started
can
at
do
number 2.
213.
Kennedy, what's your top 3 movies?
Okay, I'm a movie buff, so
Okay, got a couple.
I'm not gonna go of all time because I can never do that. It's constantly changing. So I'm gonna go by recent, and I'm gonna say 1 is Black Panther, although I have not seen it yet.
Oh, yeah,
it's probably gonna be number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I just know, like in my heart.
You going to the Black Panther party?
Oh, for a
8.1?
KCP? Yes,
Yeah.
I am. Are you?
So, unfortunately, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna be out of town.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
whatever. You're not
Family
cool.
trip.
So, and now I'm gonna go see it
popcorn
again,
together.
and I'm gonna go to Eclipse Theater downtown because that's a black-owned theater. I'm going to wear a Black Panther outfit, and I'm gonna pick out my hair.
See you.
Okay.
Girl.
So my second one that I've seen recently would have to be I, Tonya, because I, Tonya was just
Tanya, what's that about?
fucking good. Okay, so
Just brief summary.
brief summary. Okay, what would I say? Does anybody know I, Tonya? Tonya Harding,
No.
the ice skater. I would say that she's in the 90s, 80s. I think early 80s, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tonya Harding supposedly she is an ice skater, and she's the #1 ice skater in history of the United States.
Wow.
She did a special trick that nobody in the United States has ever done or has been able to do since she did it. It's like a triple flip in the air or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so Marlo, I forgot her last name, but the girl who played Harley Quinn plays her.
Margaret, what's it?
Maggot.
Margot Robbie or
Margot
Robbie.
Robbie, yeah, Margot
Maggot.
Robbie.
Maggot. She said her name was Maggot.
Something like
Anyway, but she is like the best up and coming actress right now to me.
So she acted in that film.
So she's the main character. She's Tonya Harding.
Tell me the name again.
Margot.
No, the name of the movie. The name of the movie.
Oh, I, Tonya.
No.
So anyway, so this ice skater is supposedly, when she comes into the Olympics, her biggest competitor gets her knees bashed in. And so what people thought is Tonya set the whole thing up so that she could get on the Olympic team and win. Because the girl isn't better than her, but she's white trash, so she would always get... No, this is really the story when you watch it. She's white trash, so they would always mark her further down than anybody else because they didn't want her to go to the Olympics and be the face of America.
What's your number 3 movie?
Huh?
What's your number 3 movie?
My number 3 movie is... It's a toss-up between Daddy's Home 2 and Jumanji.
The new Jumanji or
Yeah,
the
the
classic
new.
Jumanji?
No, I said these are all recent. These are all recent because my movies switch all the time.
Yeah.
So it's the new one. So Daddy's Home 2 and Jumanji 2, I guess.
Rest in peace to Robin Williams. He's the only Jumanji I'll
Definitely.
recognize. But okay, we've
No,
got
but have
Black
you seen the
Panther.
new one?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, you gotta go watch
Yeah,
it.
but I still
Kevin
love
Hart,
it.
right?
Kevin
Yeah,
Hart,
yeah,
The Rock.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, The Rock.
And Jack Black. So okay, we've got Black Panther. What was it? Tanya, thank you, Tanya, and then a toss up between Jumanji and
Daddy's Home 2.
Daddy's Home 2. I need to see Daddy's Home 2. I was
wait.
gonna watch it on bootleg.
And Battle of the Sexes. Sorry.
This was Battle of the Sexes. This whole podcast was Battle of the Sexes.
Battle of the Sexes is also a great
podcast.
movie with Emma Stone.
Katalina, what is your top 3 movies, huh, Gail?
My top 3 movies. Can I put a whole saga in number 1? Because like Harry Potter.
Oh,
that's
there
like
you go.
Oh, there you go. Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
I
Go
should
ahead.
say
All Harry
Twilight
Potter,
was a
everything.
saga.
Nice.
That's all of the movies are number 1. Harry Potter.
One
That's
through
awesome.
8.
That's a good answer.
That's like, yeah. I'm not a big movie fan, so I'm gonna go with some older ones like Dooney Darko. That would be a second.
Okay.
I don't know. And Butterfly Effect.
Oh
I just
man,
I
shout
just
out
like
to fucking
movies.
what's his name? Who played in Butterfly Effect?
He also-
Aaron Ashton Kutcher, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, he's
He
hot.
did good in that movie.
Him and Mila
Yeah.
Kunis are great.
So we've got all the Harry Potters. And then we got
Yeah.
we got Butterfly Effect, and then what was the other movie? I don't know.
I don't know. Butterfly Effect was number 3. Okay.
And then what was the
Dooney
second one?
Darko.
Donnie Darko.
I don't know
Donnie
that one. Donnie
Is it
Darko.
It's an old movie, but
Is it not Dooney Darko? It's Donnie.
It's Donnie, yes.
Damn it,
with the
I'm
black
sorry.
bunny mask. Yeah.
I just like movies that kind of fucks with your head a little, you
Yeah.
know? I like that vibe.
My top 3 movies are definitely. You've got number 1 for Phone Booth. Number 2 was Wanted, Angelina Jolie, and then number 3. I just recently saw it too. Number 3. I can't remember, but let's just go with Thor Ragnarok. That was a good ass movie. Number 3 was Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, that was good.
Have you guys seen Phone Booth or Wanted?
Of course, I've seen
I've seen
Wanted.
Wanted.
Is it
phone
phone
booth,
booth
not
the
the
one
other
that
two.
the man is stuck in a phone booth and
Yeah.
someone's shooting? Oh my
And
god.
then he has to like live. He has
It's
to
so
live his truth, or
intense.
he's gonna get killed. He's like, tell your wife you're cheating on her, or like just rent. He has to be a good person. He's like a shitty agent, like a fucked up douchebag.
Yeah, I've never seen
Good one.
that.
Oh, it's
Yeah, that's a
great.
cool
It's great.
movie.
Yeah.
But Wanted it always is
Where
like
they curve the bullet.
yeah, that always like freaks me
That
out.
one was cool.
And
that
I
was
love
cool.
the transformation and the twist at the end.
Yeah, I like that shit. The little weak guy gets transformed to like a strong nigga. He takes out everybody.
Everybody.
Oh, I could watch this shit over and over again. That was good. So but let's move on. When we're gonna do 3 of these since there's 3 guests. Top 3 foods. Let's start with Kat this time. Top 3 foods. I
God.
know you like food.
Food,
Top 3 foods. Any
Oh my
food.
God,
They could be
damn.
fruit, salad, meat, anything.
Food?
Top 3
I mean,
food.
I'll always go with like the Brazilian stroganoff because come on now, like
Brazilian
that's my
stroganoff.
thing.
Nice. That's number 1.
That's number 1 for sure. Number 2, I'm really into guacamole now. I know it's basic as fuck, but it's just so good. So
I should have
anything.
made some.
Okay, you're the guacamole.
Guacamole queen.
Let's do it.
Definitely.
I said
Number
guacamole.
3.
Guacamole.
You said what?
What's
I accidentally said guacamole instead of guacamole.
I'll take that too.
Not that.
And number 3, I'm just like I have a big sweet tooth. Like I'm sweet, anything sweet. Brigadeiro. No, what? Brigadeiro. Number 3, definitely. That's a Brazilian.
What is
sweet.
that?
That's a,
I'm
It's
not
a
even gonna try to
Brazilian
repeat all
sweet.
those because
What-
they're
how-
really
like, what is it?
Brazilian.
It's like condensed milk with chocolate powder. You cook it and you just roll it up.
I've tried it before. It's good.
It's fire.
That sounds so.
Kennedy, what's your top 3 foods that you
Wow.
could eat for like a month straight?
That I could eat for a month straight. Okay, any like white wine, heavy cream pasta. And then let's see, carne asada, and that's why I corrected you on that. And
Just point that out there.
I mean, it's a real thing. It's cut of steak. You know, you put it on certain things like French fries or tacos or you know.
Give me some meat.
And I really think Chipotle should add carne asada to the meat that they have.
They do have carne asada,
But it's not like it's.
but not true carne asada.
Yeah,
right?
it's like steak. They just say steak, and it's like I think it should be carne asada, and not just steak.
Are we still on number 3?
And then
number 2?
no, we're on number 2.
Okay.
And then okay. Let's see. Oh, I make a mean shrimp bruschetta.
I fucking love seafood.
Yeah, and
It's
just so
pasta,
you know,
Oh, I forgot
Pasta?
sushi.
no shrimp bruschetta that I make. Bruschetta is usually anything over like a slice of bread, and so I make a particular shrimp bruschetta that I like. And all these things that I listed are my favorite when I make it,
When you only want to make it.
or my mom, because I cook very similarly to my mom, but when I
From
make
my
it.
mama.
So
Okay, for sure. Shout out to that. Good food right there on the menu.
Definitely.
Jordell, quickly.
Yes.
Top 3 foods, bruh.
Does pussy count? No, just kidding. All right, if a girl's looking like a snack, does that count too? No, just kidding. But my top 3 would be
Guys, shout out to the guys. These are guys.
my top 3 would be I mean California burrito.
Number 1?
Yeah, from Lolitas.
something crazy.
From Lolitas.
From where?
Lolitas.
Okay. Shout out to
Yes.
Lolitas.
So
Number
they make the best one. You don't have to add any hot sauce towards it. Number 2 would just be any burger, like any type of burger.
2? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
any
pretty
type
broad.
of burger.
Any?
I mean, I've tried a
Nasty
donut burger. It had just donut buns. It was like it was a breakfast burger, but it was good.
All right.
I
Shout
mean,
out to that ground beef. That's
yeah.
Number 1.
Okay. And then number 3. Oh, I was going 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
this
I'm
time.
sorry.
Number 3, man. I'm not sure, man. Number 3. There's so many good foods out there. Okay, I'll go with
right now?
sashimi. Just
Sashimi.
sushi, just like raw salmon, raw tuna.
Hell yeah.
I can
Okay.
never eat that.
Some delicious things
It's
on there.
good for you.
No, but when I
amazing.
stare at it, like then you can tell that
'Cause it's raw?
fish.
It
No,
has to
well,
have
is
cream
it
cheese.
sashimi where it has
Sushi can be
Sashimi's the
pretty.
raw?
You can
It's
just
the
eat
raw?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Sashimi,
raw
sashimi is just the raw
over rice, right?
raw fish over rice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
so when you get it, it's like a thing of rice and then like a thing like a fillet of
Yeah,
the
it's cold
fish.
and slimy. It's so good.
Yeah, no, I can't
The
look
taste
at the
of it's
fish.
good.
Like I'd rather the raw fish be chopped up and in a sushi roll so that I don't have to look at it and recognize it as raw fish.
I know exactly what you mean. It's the same way. And like the raw,
But I mean-
if it's raw, it has to be a little sauce. Like it has to be like the cream cheese or the spicy mayo. Like
Well, I mean,
necessity.
I like it how I like my sushi raw.
But you tried it.
I was waiting for the punchline now. All right, let's get it.
If anybody wants some really good sushi that's like really basic, as I don't know what basic American, okay?
Shit. What you doing
Deep
tomorrow? We
fried
need that.
California rolls with eel sauce on top.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Let's just
That's
have a
really good. Yeah.
let's have a
Like-
buffet tomorrow. They're here one more day. Let's have a fucking buffet. And we all fucking
We can
potluck
hit it
all
up.
that
I mean,
shit.
We like me and my sister. We did mention that to Kat about eating
Mm-hmm.
really good buffets out here. Just try any type of food.
Oh yeah, we
They
didn't
got
do
bomb
that
Yeah,
yet.
buffets out
it's
here.
it's
go to
really
Latai.
it's worth it. It's really good.
Yo,
we just gotta
shout
starve
out
ourselves.
to Latai. That's fucking amazing. Waterfall beef, the fucking shrimp curry. Woo! Yeah,
No,
okay.
the awesome noodles
Curry-
and the
curry's
garlic
good
shrimp
too.
fried
Yeah,
rice.
that's part of my top 3. We'll just throw a Latai restaurant in the Thai style wings. Oh, the Thai
Oh,
style
those are
wings.
good.
With the creamy sriracha sauce. Woo! Okay, so
Sorry.
number 3 would be Latai in general. Second off, steak, because I love 2 of them: steak and pasta. Steak and like spaghetti to be specific.
Have you had steak from 9 Steakhouse?
No, I won't right now. Steak. And then number 1 is Ichiraku ramen, man. That ramen, any type of ramen. Give me the cup of noodles, dog. Ramen's delicious.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Ramen is bomb.
Ramen. So yeah, we got a big ass potluck coming up tomorrow. You guys come through. all right. Last top 3 for you guys, and then we'll get to the lightning round. Top 3.
I don't like lightning.
What's lightning?
It means you do it really fast.
Oh
questions,
damn,
fast
I
replies.
suck at that.
Well, we're gonna talk some entertainment because, yeah, we're top 3 concerts you've ever been to, live shows.
haven't
Because
been
live
to
shows is a
many.
total different experience than just hearing the song on streaming. I love live shows. Top 3 live shows, or your top 1 if you don't have 3 of them. Top 1 live show concert you've ever been to. Let's start with Jordell. Go.
Top 1, number 1 would be to my man Tory Lanez. He knows how to put on a show. He is popping.
Yes. T Lanes, man, he puts on a damn good show. Huh?
He does. He always keeps it lit. Number 2, I've been to this one recent one. It was with Kat, Chase Atlantic. They're really good live. They're really good live. Like if you hear a song from them, just like on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, they sound exactly the same live too.
Whoa.
So yeah, they're really good.
That's interesting.
Number 3, I would say Lil Tracy. Lil Tracy gets a 5 and 2. Shout out to Godboy Click. Yes.
Kennedy.
Okay, well, I've only been to 2 concerts in my life, but when
They good.
okay, they were both good, but so it was Diggy Simmons and Beyonce.
Oh.
So I would never. I love Diggy Simmons. He is like the finest man on earth.
Yeah, shout out to Diggy Simmons, man. He's doing his
Yeah,
thing.
that was my 15th birthday present.
Is he
And
the older one?
what?
Is he the oldest one or the youngest one?
The younger one.
The middle of the boys.
Yeah,
The middle. Okay.
The middle of the boys, because they have 3 boys and
How
2
long ago
girls.
was the Diggy Simmons show? Because he ain't been making music in a minute. Diggy.
He hasn't been making a music.
Yeah.
It was my 15th birthday, and I'm
Okay.
21 right now.
That's
So it was my 15th birthday present. I got to meet him and everything. It was super cool. That was a cool show. I saw YG as his opener before YG was even famous. But Beyonce was like 15 shows in one. Like, I've only been to one real concert in my
Queen Bee.
life. But if you have the chance to see Beyonce, never turn it down, because that girl goes for hours. And then her opening was DJ Khaled, and I went to the California show, so he had everybody in. Like, when I say DJ Khaled was the opener, and I saw Snoop Dogg, Trey Songz, Remy Ma, okay, and at least 5 other people that I cannot come to mind right now. I saw them all live, and it was the dopest shit I've ever seen. And then 45 minutes later, Beyonce came out, and it changed my life. I really think, like, no, the 3 people that I wanted to die before, like, that I wanted to see before I die is Prince, Beyonce, and Michael Jackson. Obviously, the order is Michael Jackson, Prince, Beyonce, but Michael Jackson and Prince sadly passed away before I could have the opportunity to see them. But Beyonce, the show, is the best show you'll ever go to.
Slay.
And she does all the old songs too, just so you know. So if you were wondering,
I'm a survivor.
yes, she did it. She did it.
That's dope.
Kat, what about you?
Me? Okay, so 3rd favorite. I went to this rock show. Like, I legit don't even know the bands I went to watch. It was like in Florida, first year living there. There was lots of bands. One of them was like Suicide Something, and it was just like an amazing experience because that was my first rock fest in the United States in general, Orlando. But people here are crazy. Like, they go all out, they crowd surf, they fall, they fight.
Yeah.
This girl trying to fight me because of her elbows. She was elbowing me. I was like, lady, can you please stop? She tried to fight me.
Jesus
Security guards came. It
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
it was a situation. And I was like, I didn't even know the bands. It was cool though.
You're crazy. Yeah.
No, I hate when
Damn.
people elbow you at concerts.
Yeah.
And it was like nice. I was like, hey lady, like you're hurting me. And she's like, blah blah blah, fuck this, fuck that. I'm like,
Bad.
Yeah.
but she
with
was
the rock
fighting with a
bottom.
lot of people, so like security.
She's
kicked her
probably
out.
drunk off her ass.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's what
She
I
had
hate.
that body tattoo, like no top, you know. She was like a 50-year-old lady.
Oh my
Her
God.
body's like
That's what
all
I hate about
painted.
these motherfuckers in like the concert venues when it's all when it's a standing crowd, no seats. Motherfuckers hit you. Motherfuckers will leave. They'll be in front of you. They'll leave to the bar, try to squeeze their way back in and be like, "Hey, this was my spot." Fuck no, you lost it now, dog. We shoulder to shoulder. Fuck no.
You never want to be in a concert with a
here.
bunch of 13 to 16-year-old
Yeah, fuck
girls
them.
when YG or Diggy Simmons comes on. Oh my God.
Now I've seen a lot of shows. I've seen a lot of shows backstage and in the crowd. I'm gonna just say my top one, my favorite show visually, and it probably could rank
Wait.
up to the Beyonce. It's J
I
Lo.
only got one.
It's okay.
Oh really?
Number 3.
Oh my god.
That was only the 3rd one.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm looking at the time on my end. We're gonna chop that out. Go.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at my end.
Good. I mean, okay, the second one was definitely Rock in Rio. I got to see Slayer, Iron Maiden, Avenged Sevenfold all live. It was like Slayer is fucking like what the fuck, and Iron Maiden. How does that
You in
old
the
man
mosh
have?
pit? You going to mosh pit?
No,
Oh.
I had my grandpa with me. I was younger. So he
Hey,
was like
can mosh
holding me
pit.
the whole time. I was like,
He can mosh pit.
rock, grandpa. I was like 16. But that was like a good memory. But my first, like my top experience ever is Frank Ayero and the Celebration. Like I'm a big My Chemical Romance fan. And he split up and now he has his own band. And I got to meet him and like it's just crazy how I was a kid and I had him on my phone. I'm reading fanfics about him and having him on my screen. And I met him and oh my god, it's up to this day I can't believe I met him. Like dream come true.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Hey, yours.
Okay, so now, been a lot of concerts backstage and in the crowd. But my top one, and I'll say one I want to see. My top one was the Jennifer Lopez concert over here at Planet Hollywood. The J-Lo experience was a dope ass experience visually, and her music, the way she moved was on point. She could still get down and dance like she did a whole damn thing where she dipped her feet. It was an illusion. She dipped her feet into the stage and came back out with new shoes on. It was like this crazy illusion. She brought props out, fucking like got on like this pedestal that took her really high in this dress. And a show I want to see, a concert I want to go to is a Fall Out Boy concert. Since we were talking about some bands, I want to go to a Fall Out Boy concert. I miss them last year, but hopefully they come back around for me.
I mentioned that to Kat too.
Yeah,
because Blackbear was on tour with him too.
Damn,
And
yeah.
I wanted to see both also.
I like him.
Too expensive though, like 250 something, wasn't it?
But I mean,
I was
it'll be
My
worth.
Beyonce tickets.
But
were
yeah, it was in
$275.
Tampa. It
That
was like 2 hours
the
away. But I
biggest.
mean,
Yeah.
I wanted to go to
I
it.
would, but I was broke at the time. But
Yeah,
Fall Out
yeah, I
Boy,
wanted
to
thanks
go.
for the memories. My 11-year-old
Hell
self will
yeah.
get crazy.
Hell
Hell yeah,
yeah.
I still want
Yeah.
to watch them.
Yeah, I know all their albums, yo. So
What's your favorite one?
I don't know. I don't really have one. I just said my top best live
Say
experience.
yourself.
Huh?
Say yourself as the third one.
Me, I put on
Or
a
you
good
can put it
damn
number one.
show.
You can put it
Yeah,
number one.
exactly. I put on a good show when the venue's right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. J Lo and I really want to see Fall Out Boy. All right, we coming up to the lightning round. You guys ready?
no.
Someone said they don't like lightning. Who said that?
I don't like lightning.
You gonna get some thunder today? No. Okay, these questions. This game is called Either Or. I'm gonna give you two subject topics, and you just don't think. You just answer one of them.
Okay,
All right, quick,
okay.
fast. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hot or cold?
Cold.
Hot,
Hot.
all the way.
2 hots, 1 cold. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee,
Coffee.
3 coffees. Singing or rapping?
singing,
Singing.
Singing.
Hey. Books or tablet?
Books.
Tablet.
All right, there you go. Religion or atheism?
atheism. I don't know how to pronounce them.
Okay, you said
Agnostic.
Oh, round of applause for Kennedy with the agnostic right there. That is
Religion.
definitely an answer that I do not hear a lot.
True religion.
True religion, true. Did that work? That was my applause. But yeah, agnostic is a great answer. So we've got one agnostic, one true religion, and one atheism.
I mean, I'm not atheist, but you give me two choices. So.
Okay. Real talk. That's a whole other conversation for a whole other
Yeah,
time.
because it's not like I don't believe.
It's
Like
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
religious.
That's
I'm with
agnostic.
her.
So you're agnostic then. You're going for agnostic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You're not an atheist. We'll make that clear. Cat's not atheist. All right. So
something
now,
out there.
we talking religion. I mean, no, sorry. iPhone or Android? A message came up.
iPhone.
iPhone.
All right. Shout out to the iPhone gang.
Team iPhone.
All day, every day.
All right. Next one. Phone call or text
Text.
message?
All the way.
FaceTime.
Text.
Very interesting. Round of applause for this time, man. That's not even on the roster if you said it. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I already said it. Text.
Text. 2 texts,
Yes.
1 FaceTime. Shout out to the FaceTime. Now we got some serious ones coming up.
Exciting.
Beerious. It's getting beerious.
This one's a 3-peat. Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat?
Oh, these are serious?
Preferred.
I thought this
Instagram.
I'm sorry. The next ones are.
Instagram.
Instagram.
was Instagram.
All 3 Instagram?
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Instagram. All right, here we go. Hot and dumb or ugly and smart?
At the moment, hot and dumb.
Hot and dumb.
Oh no, I don't like this.
Yeah,
Okay, at the moment, hot and dumb.
At the moment.
Wait, okay, how ugly though? Like how
I'm
ugly?
talking butt ugly. But they like have themselves set up. This
Okay, I can carry both of us, hot and dumb.
Hot and dumb. All right. They don't got themselves
Yeah,
set
I'll
up.
set him up. He can be a celebrity personal trainer. He can be a model. I'll set him up so that we both can move on.
Good answer. All right, for sure. All right. Would you rather have a one studio apartment and a fucking nice ass car? I'm talking Bugatti. I'm talking the Wraith. I'm talking the Lambo. Or would you have a mansion and be driving around in like a beat up Honda that's breaking down on you? Well, either or.
I would love to have a studio apartment with a good ass car because I legit want a studio apartment for myself. So
And this was given to you free. You're not rich. You're not gonna turn this around. This was just given to you. You have a choice. Get a nice car. Get a nice house.
I know, get a nice house so I can sell it. Obviously, duh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna have a nice house and shitty car. Okay, Kennedy.
I would have a nice house and shitty car because that's hood stuff to have a good car and a shitty house.
The trap house.
Yeah.
Huh?
The trap house.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what you mean? Trap house could be both. Trap house could be the
that's
shitty
true,
place
that's
or the
true.
great place.
Yeah.
So you're saying the nice house?
I mean, for me, I would do the studio in the nice car. So I can
Nah.
stay. I mean, of course, like with the studio, it could be a big studio.
That's
and
a
just have a lot of
bachelor
shit.
life.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask that follow-up question. Is it like a California, LA studio? Like
That's
Any
nice.
type of studio, any type of
It's
studio
dumb.
out there.
It's a dump.
it's a dump.
A
Yeah,
dump
no.
studio?
Yeah, like
Oh.
you got ants and cockroaches in
Yeah,
your studio
yeah,
apartment
but you
in
got a nice
downtown
But wait,
Las
I mean, would I
Vegas.
have like a
Fuck that.
50-inch like
Yeah, nice
TV and all that
No.
good furniture and
You're
stuff?
broke.
Exactly. Yeah. You're
You just
broke.
said you're
Oh,
broke.
okay,
You're
okay.
broke and somebody's
I'll-
giving it to you.
I'll do the mansion. I can do it. I can do it. Hundreds. I can do it.
Nah,
Hundreds.
you gonna end up with a nice
Are they
car.
paying the electric and gas and water and
We can rent out the room so we
Right.
can, make
That's
a
up to y'all.
profit out of it.
All right, last but not least, I love asking this one. End world hunger or find the cure for cancer? End world hunger, cure for cancer. Either or.
End of world hunger because it would not lead to cancer.
what?
I feel like it will lower the pers-
People don't gotta be hungry to get
Okay,
cancer,
okay,
bro.
I feel like it will lower the percentage of
No,
cancer
like you
because
know
I
what
mean
it
you can
does?
get
It's proven like that you can cure cancer just by what you eat. So if it's healthy food that I'm ending world hunger with, I'm down because you can totally cure yourself from like hella diseases with healthy options.
Are you guys talking about after chemo or even preventing cancer in the first place?
preventing.
Even after chemo, like cancer is already there, food can cure you. Like,
Not everyone can get the fucking kale and lettuce, so
Not
they're
everyone
gonna
can
be
serve-
eating whatever they can.
no, but if I can end the fucking world hunger, I can choose the veggies for them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two choose end world hunger.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean Kennedy.
What I think that a lot of these things that people read, they're really meant for relapses. So they're gonna cure, quote unquote, so that you can, move on with your life. But that does not mean you won't have a relapse of cancer, because cancer is an ongoing thing within your life.
But then
But
again,
There is
cancer-
no cure for cancer.
But they can get another
there
dose?
is, but you just gotta pay.
Yeah, get another
Well,
dose.
I also believe that
plus,
too, though.
And plus, if you end world hunger, I mean everything comes natural, and you could probably. I mean, if you find
And so
out
I would-
what it is, then
I
you
would
can go
cure
get it.
cancer.
But like I feel like world hunger, okay, there's kids dying, but cancer, like humans, there's not an ammo trying to kill us. Like we have to die somehow. Like if you think at that perspective, like there's kids dying because they can't eat, but they're healthy if they eat. Like cancer, it's like a 30-year-old, like it's not old, like in my eyes, but still there's fucking kid like dying. Like I would just rather feed those kids than like let a person that already lived live a couple more years.
But what about the infants with cancer, or the toddlers with cancer, the
Well,
kids
there's
with
a lot more people
cancer?
with kids that die from
Conversation
hunger
starter.
than from cancer.
Definitely a hard decision, but I would choose the end of world hunger.
My personal experience, I've lost 2 family members that meant a lot in my life. My grandmother and my aunt. Rest in peace to you guys. I would cure cancer if I could go back and cure their cancer. Cause there's bullshit cancer that you can get secondhand smoke. You can eat all the best shit in the world. Secondhand smoke, you're not even a smoker. Secondhand smoke from these casinos killed my grandmother. Secondhand smoke, she got lung cancer. She doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Worked in the casino? She was there all the time?
My mom and my grandma, they love casinos. They just sit and play slots all day. So people next to them smoking all day. Yeah. So and I pray my mom doesn't get that shit. But my aunt had breast cancer. My grandma got lung cancer right after my aunt died from breast cancer. And that just fucking blew everybody away in the family. And she was so old. I wish she never went through chemo because it did really fucking like just change her whole everything. She was not the same person. But I would cure cancer.
I don't know. I would say I'm a little selfish. So, I'm gonna like you. I would cure the problem that affects me first. Yeah. So I'm not hungry, and my grandmother's not hungry. She had breast cancer, and all the people in my life that I know and love. That's not something I want them to go through, and I know that is a possibility of them going through, not hunger. If that makes sense.
Real talk.
And you know, I don't know. I don't really think that right now in this lifetime it's possible to cure world hunger with completely healthy food or anything like that.
Yeah. And as we say, these were hypothetical either ors, but definitely that's why I like that last question, because it made everyone start putting in their opinion about it.
That was hard.
That's just what we do.
Letting me know of letting me be aware of what's up in other parts of the world. She always showed me videos of kids starving. She always showed me documentaries, even up to date. I have a little brother, and she shows him are you really gonna not eat your food? Look at this. And I'm like, damn, that affected me.
I mean, if I could choose both, I'd do both.
Yeah.
Can't. Sorry.
No.
But I like the enthusiasm, Jay. And that's just what we do, man. We make options over here. We build platforms. We cut out the motherfucking middleman, and we become the damn solution, uncensored and raw. Over here at MOE, that's more of everything media. I'm so happy that this went down and everyone came in the building. Jarrell and Kat flew in. Next day flight. Kennedy for coming through, keeping her word, not flaking. I was a little iffy. I was like, I don't know if she's gonna come, but she came.
Why did you think
So shout out to Kennedy, because you've been going through some things. So I don't know. But shout out to you, Kennedy. Thank you so much, and thank you, Jay and Kat. Go ahead before we get off here. I want you guys to tell the listeners where to find you on social media. Give it Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever else you're pushing. Tell them right now. Tell them where to find it.
Say thank you for having us, and I was pretty nervous about this podcast, but I went through it, and we had great conversations. But you can reach me at Jordel J, JORDELJ on Instagram, and my SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/L Blackheart, and I mean, that's what I'm just pushing. Just those 2 accounts. I mean, Snapchat, and I don't have a Twitter. So, I mean, in the future, I will have a bunch of other accounts that I'll be uploading on YouTube, LinkedIn, and whatnot. But as for now, Instagram and SoundCloud.
Okay, so I'll push my Instagram. So it's Kennedy_Chanel_. Kennedy like the president, Chanel like the brand. And then my website is KennedyChanel@gmail.com. I mean, not Gmail. That's my email. Shit.
Add her email too.
But my website is KennedyChanel.com.
So thank you for having me. It was great to meet you.
You're welcome. Great to meet you too.
I love meeting new people like this. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That was awesome.
Hi, Jordy.
Hello.
So my social media, I really only use Insta for now. So it's Katharina Dalzini. So it's kind of long. CATHARINADALZINI. But yeah, there's that. And
say that one more time for the listeners who are slow.
Uno más.
Okay,
Spell it out.
Uno más. So
There we have it.
that's my Insta. So yeah, nice talking to you guys today. It was hella fun.
As you as well. You can follow me at First Pick CEE, First Pick C, First Pick CEE, and you can also follow more of everything at MOEX Media on Instagram and Twitter, and check us out on the website www.moreofeverythingmedia.com. So with that being said, we are all done here. Catch us next time. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please, please, please holla at us. Hope you enjoy it. Post-production, take us out.
I don't wanna hear it. Don't get it twisted like some licorice. If I did it, I admit it. You know where I'm at, come and visit. Rolling up with a bad one. There's nothing else but to have fun. Her pussy pink like salmon. Got her posted up like a caption. I'm just hanging loose, like the shoelaces that's on my shoes. Tell me what you wanna do, 'cause I can still make it do it if I wanted to. I be fucking up the mattress, turn that ass around and I make it do a backflip. Yeah, I hit it like some traffic, and pull out games like a hat trick. If he has something else to say, don't bring it up, don't bring